Howdy everyone, this is Nutz, and you're watching episode 4 of the Wilderness series on Wasteland. Hopefully you'll stick around to see what happens. Howdy, 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 how is everyone doing today? Oh my goodness, I tell you what, we have cut down a couple trees here and we have added to our financial situation greatly. Oh, alright, I'm going to hop on out here. So what we're going to end up having to do here is grind down some of these stumps. Because like I said, we cleared out all these trees here. There's a couple trees in the road area, and I just started cutting trees back this way. I ended up getting right about here. Yeah, I think this is the farthest one back. Before I said, "Oh my goodness, we got a bunch here. Let's start taking this stuff in." So, yeah, we made out pretty darn good. Now, I did take all the tops and set the tops right here. There's a couple lying up over there as well, but for the most part, we're doing pretty darn good. Let's get out of that right here. One thing that I did want to point out here to you guys, this grinder right here, I have noticed that if I go ahead and put it down and start driving, I actually remove the grass that's right there. So if you guys do get this or you see me, I try and avoid the grass that's been cut because yeah, you don't get it back. Oh man, so that's that. We've done pretty darn good, like I said. Now, shoot, let's get this. I think altogether we ended up getting between last time I seen you and now. Ooh, I want to say it was about. Ooh, my goodness, at least 60, almost $70,000 just off of trees. And that's all over in just this little section right here. And we own quite a bit going that way, at least past that rock and a little bit farther. Maybe there's another rock down over there. I think we own to about that rock right there. So, I mean, we got quite a bit of cash sitting right here. But, we need to go back to our farm and start cutting down some trees too, because there's some that we were working on, that area where we first were at. We want to kind of get that stuff taken care of. Now, I have an alternative motive for wanting to go back there and start working. Because if you remember, when we were in town last, let's turn this off really quick. I don't want to accidentally start cutting up our wood that we have on the ground. That'd be terrible. But if you remember, when we were last in, shoot, let's get this thing forward here, right about there. Looks good. Turn it off. When we were in town last, we had talked to some of the, I think it was one of Grandpa's friends. Let's get that thing locked into place. We had talked to one of Grandpa's friends, and he was telling us about what Grandpa used to do with his grass that he would go ahead and cut. He'd make it into silage. He'd use one of the big rocks out there as kind of like the wall of a silage bunker. So I think that's what we're going to do. I kind of like to find where Grandpa did this and then start cutting down trees in that area. Now, it may be over in the area where we were originally cutting down trees. I know there's a large rock over there, but I don't remember seeing much. Ooh, I gotta be careful. I almost lost my tractor there. Or my wheeled loader. The tracked wheeled loader. Yeah, so that's kind of what I want to do. I don't know. Now we walked along this edge right there, and all we seen was that mineral deposit that was on the ground right there, but we didn't see any bunker silo right there. There's that large rock right there too. Maybe we'll go take a peek at that first. That's the biggest one, I think. I don't know. We'll look over there maybe too. I don't know. We'll go check this one out here because that one looks like it would work out really well. It's got a lot of sides on it. A lot of good flat sides. So I'm going to stop this right here. I'm going to lower that real quick. I'm going to take the strapping off. That way if we need to move that around, we can. Now, I went and I got this guy over here. We have not bought that yet. We're still leasing it, so we got to be careful on what we do with that. But this is where I seen this rock. And I kind of thought to myself, you know, this has got to be it. It's got to be over here. Because you look at this, you got the big flat side over here. There's a tree right there, but you got a nice big flat side right here. So I was thinking this is probably where it was at, but you know, I'm not seeing any evidence on this side. No, that's weird. Huh. I'll tell you what, maybe we can jump up here. Maybe we'll see something. Ooh, perfect. I actually made it up there. I'm just kind of taking a peek at all the sides right here. I mean, this looks great. This looks like a perfect spot. It looks great right here. I mean, oh, there's a rock over there. Let's go check that one out. I don't know. This one might be promising. It is kind of right behind the old barn right there. Man, it's so thick in here. I don't know what's going on. Let's get up on the rock. Well, you know what? This kind of has some straight edges. I mean, it's pretty close to the barn. I wouldn't think Grandpa would have it right here. That doesn't make any sense. Let's see what we got going on over here. Oh, what do we got right here? You know what that is? I think the guys in town were telling me about this. This is, I think this is called chaff. Yeah, I think this is called chaff. From what I understand with the town folks, I should say what Grandpa's friends were saying, is that when you go ahead and you get the grass, you got to put it in a bunker silo and smash it down, and it kind of makes it into chaff. It breaks it up a little bit. Or if you go ahead and you harvest corn, I heard too. You know, you can grind it up and you can make it into chaff. So I think that's what this is. And hey, look at that. That is kind of a nice flat surface. It's a little out of the way from the barn. It doesn't even look like there's really any trees right here. I bet you this is where Grandpa had it. This has got to be it. That's awesome. I think we found it, guys. I don't think we need to search over there. I think this is it. I think this is it. This is cool. Oh, get that out of there. Oh boy, I'm excited now. But I think what we'll go ahead and do, since we have the scorpion up here, I think we'll go ahead and we'll start cutting down some of these trees over here. I mean, we still need more cash because ultimately I'd like to get up enough money. What is that, almost $200,000 we need to get into that mineral deposit over there? So we at least need that. We need something to transport. So we need a trailer of some sort or a truck, or I'm not sure. We'll need a little bit more. So I think cash is good. With that being said, I think we'll look at probably kind of coming around this way here. Maybe knocking out some of these trees. Kind of really opening this area up. Maybe opening up this hill a little bit. Yeah, I think that might work out pretty slick. And then maybe we'll get over in this area and eventually start knocking down some of those trees to make room for more fields. But I think initially, one, it'll help us with cash a little bit. But two, it'll open this up and we'll be able to get Grandpa's silage bunker back up and running. Yeah, I think that's going to work out pretty slick. Huh. Oh, man. So one thing I do have to do as well is I left the trailer back down over where we're at. So we'll end up having to get that guy eventually here too. And actually, surprisingly, this tractor, or I should say the Scorpion, did really well on that trailer. I didn't have to drive it over here. I was going to if I had to, but I didn't have to. I really lucked out. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, here is I'm going to speed time up a little bit, cut down some of these trees, and oh my goodness, I guess I just got to be careful. I guess for starters, I just got to be careful, that's for sure. Whew. I'm so excited. So, everyone, so you can see we have cut down the trees. Booyah. I love it. I love it. We are making progress here. I can't wait. One thing we'll end up having to do when we go into town is maybe figure out if somebody's willing to, you know, build us a bunker silo. I know I don't know how to do it. We'll probably have to talk to somebody. I'm not sure who, but I'm kind of looking forward to it, that's for sure. Yeah, there we go. Let's get this up and over here. This isn't the fastest method. Oh, shoot. Oh, my goodness. Wrong way. Wrong way. This is not the fastest method, but it definitely does work. You know, there are. I was halfway thinking about here for a little while. You know, with all this wood that I'm cutting and everything like that, maybe we look at getting an auto-loading trailer. But you know, I just can't bring myself to doing it. Let's see if I can grab hold of that piece right there. No. I mean, for granite, we're kind of doing a little. Oh shoot, that's not it. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Settle down. Settle down. There we go. For granite, we are kind of doing. I don't necessarily think it's auto-loading, but we're not necessarily using like a set of forks or. Jeez, I can't even think. I think they're called logging forks. Essentially, they look just like what we're using right here, but they're just for logs. We're not using that. We are using straps, so I don't know. In a way, we're kind of bypassing the system. I don't know. I tried using the forks on this or I should say the grabbers, to pick stuff up, and it looks like it should work really, really well. But it does not. It does not work very, very well. Oh my goodness. But this does. This at least allows us to. Okay, good, that got out of the way. This at least allows us to pick up the wood. Oh boy, it's definitely a little sketchy. Not necessarily 100% realistic, and I do apologize if that does bother people. On the budget that we got right now, with the equipment that we have, I'm finding it kind of, I don't want to say difficult. It's definitely a challenge doing things these ways. I try and look at it like this. If I find something like this that has straps and floating wood, I try and think of it as, you know what, this is kind of just a little bit different way of doing things, a little bit more of a challenge for me. Because I like to try and do things, I'd say, I'm not one of those super realistic farm sim players. I have been known to stretch the boundaries. I'm not opposed to super strength. Oh man, yeah, I'm not opposed to super strength. I'm not opposed to the auto-loading trailers. I haven't used any for lumber yet, so I may get it just to try it. But you know, one of the cool things about those trailers, you don't have to use them as, I should say, you don't have to use the auto-loading function on them. You can, because obviously that's kind of what they're designed for, but you don't. Okay, for a second there I thought I did miss some. Come on here. You don't have to use those trailers as auto-loading trailers. You can use them for whatever you want. There's actually a handful of gameplays that I have in the past, and even just recently. I have an auto-loading bale wagon, bale trailer, whatever you want to call it. But I don't use it for that function. It's a good trailer, it's a nice trailer, and it gets the job done. And that's what I use it for. I don't use it for doing the bales at all. Or I should say I do use it for bales, but I don't use it for. Oh shoot! I missed one right here. So this is what I've been doing. As you guys can see, I try and segregate these pieces of wood, the little tips. Oops, running too fast, I guess. I try and segregate these tips a little bit, because what I've found out, I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, or if you already knew this or not. If I go ahead and sell these in with that, I don't get as good of a price, because now I'm mixing lengths of log. The size of the logs, obviously that matters. If I were to sort this out even farther and have like all of these size logs and get rid of the smaller ones, you'd get a higher price for wood because it's more uniform that you're selling. So I try and at least keep the lengths the same and keep the smaller spindly pieces off to the side. I don't know what you guys do. Maybe that's something you guys can go ahead and comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of that. There's a couple things. Oh, come on. Okay, I forgot what I had to do. There's a couple things that I wanted to ask in today's episode, and that's one of them. I'll get to some of the other ones when they become relevant, but yeah, it's just kind of curious. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, so we'll keep on getting this guy loaded up. Unfortunately, we may have to do 2 trips. I was thinking here that maybe we might be able to get one But I think we're going to need to do this in 2 trips, to be 100% honest with you guys. And what I probably will end up doing, I won't make you guys sit and watch it, but what I'll probably end up doing here is I will end up, shoot, let's get this on here. Let's get this on here. Let's see what I can get. Okay, that's not terrible. Let's see what I can do. Maybe I can get it to fall back in. Well, that didn't work out well. But I won't make you guys suffer through that again. One thing that I like doing is I don't like wasting trips. Oh my gosh, I got a lot of floaters on that one. This is going to be a mess. So what I'll probably end up doing once I get this load, because like I said, this isn't going to... Even this might be a bit much. I'll probably end up cutting down a couple more trees just to make it a full load. I don't know. We'll end up seeing. I'll just kind of play that one by ear. But, okay, now this is where this gets to be kind of tricky. Come on. I think I gotta turn a little bit. There we go. There. Well, I think we'll get that one the next time around. And it would appear that we're starting to get some weeds. Oh, and the nitrogen level's bad. Oh, no. We may have to invest some time into this field. I thought this was going to be a set it and forget it sort of thing. It doesn't appear that going to be the way. All right, well, I tell you what I'm going to do, guys. Since you guys have kind of seen this trip into town a couple times, what I think I'll end up doing is I will end up meeting you guys in town, and we'll talk about what we get here. I think we'll be doing okay. Recently, we've been getting about $32,000 per load. This one, it's a little under that, so I'm assuming this one's probably going to be $30,000, give or take. But yeah, like I said, I will see you guys in a little bit. All right, everyone, we're coming up to town, and something kind of cool happened to us on the way over here. On the way over here, we received a call from Uncle Rusty. We got a phone call from him. It was pretty neat. We had heard, or Uncle Rusty let us know that he had heard some rumors around town, and he suggested we should probably go and check out what's going on down by the dock. So I think what we'll go ahead and do here is I think we're going to go ahead and sell our wood. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I'm not very good in cab with this thing. I do apologize. Oh my gosh, and it is filthy in here. We have not washed this thing in a while. Oof. Not good. Not good at all. So actually, we'll go like this really quick so I can navigate this without too many issues, too many problems. Alright, let's come up over here. Get ourselves up here, and then we will sell this and then go take a look and see what's going on. What Uncle Rusty wants us to take a peek at. Alright. Oh, 37,000. Wow, that was way better than last time. That's awesome. Oh, I love it. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn that thing off for a second here. And let's come over here and take a look and see what's going on. Oh, man. Here we are. So we're up by the shipyard. Be nice to get a trolley going across there. No, I don't know if we'll get to this point or not. If, You know, I wonder if semis make it through there. Boy, that'd be cool if we were doing that good where we could buy our own fleet of semis, and then maybe we'd have to go across on the trolley. Or not the trolley, I don't know. I've drawn a blank, whatever this thing is. The barge. Yeah, the barge. It ferries us across. Oh, the ferry, that's it. A ferry barge. It'd be cool to think that we're doing that good. I don't know. But, oh, look at this. Look at this. The shipyard has set their office back up. This is great. And it would appear that we have a new sell point right here. This is awesome. This is awesome. Now we can start selling stuff at the harbor. You know what this means? It means we're starting to do a pretty good job. Good enough where they're thinking that we can come here and, we can start selling stuff. I think that this is a good sign. This is a really, really good sign. Oh boy, I'm super stoked. I don't know about you guys, but I am stoked that we're doing well enough that town thinks that we can go ahead and be important. Oh man, this is super cool. This is really super cool. Oh. Alright, well, I tell you what, guys, I am going to leave you with that for right now. I gotta find out where this... I gotta find out who I can talk to. Oh, I bet you it's up here. I bet you it's up here. Because I want to get one of them bunker silos. Maybe it's the shop. I don't know. Maybe they'd at least know what's going on. I tell you what, I'll talk to them, figure out what's going on, and I'll probably meet you back. I'll probably meet you back here in town with the next load of wood so you can see how much we make. Welcome back, everyone, and we are just getting ourselves into town here with our second load of trees, or logs, formerly trees, whatever you want to call them. I ended up cutting down one more tree just to fill this thing up. Otherwise, it wasn't quite enough, so I figured, heck with it. We'll do one more, filled it up nice and neat. I thought about getting a second tree, but yeah, I was struggling getting the wood on at this part, so I figured it was just best, just best if we didn't do anything. So I am going to unleash that. I'm gonna come over here and 33,000 hot dog. That's good. Well, the good news is we are up over that $200,000 mark, which means we probably can buy that land, but unfortunately what we need to go ahead and take care of is we need to go ahead and get our, what do you want to call it? We have to take care of our field. Gosh, I couldn't believe I didn't think of that. Yeah, we got to go ahead and take care of our field. We can't just leave it as is. So, I tell you what, guys, let's go like this really quick. I tell you what, hang tight. I'm going to go back and I'm going to grab the other trailer, and I will be back in just a minute here with the other trailer so we can kind of get stuff taken care of. Actually, you know what? I'll probably end up coming back with the tractor. So hang tight. I'll be there in just a minute. All right, everyone. As you can see, we have made a couple purchases here. This is actually part of this shop here. So this is not something I can take back with me. This little fork truck, so this is going to stay here at all times. But one thing we did end up doing is we ended up buying ourselves a truck. Now you might be saying, well, we just drove this tractor all the way down here, and I would have to say, right, I completely agree. We did just drive this thing all the way down here. But as we all know, this thing only goes 19 miles an hour. It's not setting any land speed records at all. Now, speed obviously isn't that huge of an issue, but we did end up getting this truck right here. Now, I'm going to hop in it because I don't remember the name, honestly. The KPA3257. Okay. So this is one of these types of tractors that actually has like a system involved with it. And in the particular system that we got going right now is we ended up getting a flatbed transportation sort of setup. Alright, get that on there. So we not only can go ahead and haul, this might not work out too well. I don't know if these two connect. Hang tight. Hang tight. May have made an error. Oh yeah, perfect. Well, it's something. It's something, that's for darn sure. But this way, I think we should be able to go ahead and actually transport everything back. That's kind of the whole idea behind all of that. So let's go ahead and start getting this stuff loaded in. Now, we did decide to go for the fertilizer this time, liquid fertilizer, liquid herbicide, as opposed to doing like the solid fertilizer and a mechanical weeder. You know, I don't use liquid very often. Generally, it seems to be more expensive, but I think the obvious trade-off is where it is more expensive, it also is much, much quicker. So, I think we'll just leave it right there. So it's one of them things where, yeah, I get it. I understand that it's, that ultimately it ends up becoming the more expensive route to take. But in this particular situation, I feel like by getting these, it's going to allow us to keep making money faster. Because, like I said, the crops are just something for us to be doing right now. Right now, our main money maker is trees. Now, unfortunately, pretty much everything we just made off of cutting the trees for the bunker silo is gone. But that's 100% okay. There's a ton of trees over there that we want to get rid of. And these were just purchases that were going to end up having to be made anyways. So whether I made them now or I made them later, it didn't really matter. The only reason why now is probably the better of the two options is because we kind of need it right now. So honestly, you know, now I'm thinking about this, I am loading all this stuff on here, and I'm not sure how I'm going to actually get this stuff off. We may end up going ahead and purchasing a set of forks for the front wheel. Oh, shoot. For the... Whoa, that is jumping. Well, that's because I'm kind of not on there. That's weird. We may end up getting a set of forks for the wheel loader, the non-wheeled wheel loader that we got back at the farm. I think that may be our best option moving forward. Yeah, we'll see if we can figure out a way to get these things on here in just a second. But for starters, let's go like this, because I think, let's turn this on, because I don't know if this will change it. Let's see. I'm not seeing this undo anything. Oh, there it is. It just takes a minute. Okay. Perfect. Let's hop on out of here. Oh, I like the animation on that. That's pretty neat. We'll go ahead. We'll hop in this guy, and we will hook ourselves up to this sprayer and get stuff on. We'll just drive right onto this truck. It should be able to handle it. At least that's what I'm banking on. But this will kind of give me a good opportunity to say, you know, I'm actually really surprised. I'm delighted, but I'm actually really surprised on how well this is being received, and you know, just the general conversations that I'm having with people about this and the game, that this has kind of sparked all the newer members, not members, all the newer subscribers. You know, I've really enjoyed talking to each and every last one of you that have wanted to get involved in with your comments and, you know, anything else you got going on here. Let me see if this works now. This I don't know if we'll be able to. Oh yeah, we got that on there. Good. We got that on there. Good. Okay, so we need to. Nope. Shoot. All right. No. Oh my goodness. Well, that's not good. Let's get that off of there. And release that. Drive forward. Alright, so we're going to have to go ahead and finagle with that for just a second. I tell you what, guys, give me just a second. I'll get this rearranged here, and I'll see if I can get the forks on this thing as well. So just stand by for a minute here. Alright, everyone. What I ended up having to do to get those forks on there, now I think we're going to be fine with everything else. What I ended up having to do with those forks, I ended up having to lease something, or actually just I bought a front loader quick to throw those on there. Now, I bought them, sold it, reimbursed my money, because the way I take a look at it is, if I am here at a shop, a sell point, you know, whatever you want to call this, they probably are going to have some way to get that onto my vehicle. I mean, I just dropped money to buy it, so I'm assuming they're going to have something here. So that's kind of what I did to make that work. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily the best way to do it, worst way, I don't know. Oh, shoot. Let's get this thing back over here. Well, it's still sketchy, but it's not as bad. Let's go ahead and strap that down. And then what I think we'll go ahead and do is see if I can get... turn this on here for just 1 second. There we go. Okay, good. We got that on there. Get that off. And let's go. Let's roll back onto town now. Or not onto town, back to the farm. So, I think we got enough stuff. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so steering. Okay, so this isn't gonna work. I was really hoping. Yeah, I was really hoping. So let's actually drop that, and we'll take this back and probably just send the other truck back. But at least, you know, we're getting our stuff back to the farm. That is top heavy. So turns are going to be a little sketchy, but we should be okay after that. Ultimately, I'm just trying to find a way to make this make a little more sense. Ooh, boy, that is wobbling. It's not liking the ride. We'll see how this ends up going. Oh, you know what? I was just thinking. I wonder if I'm going to be able to get this through the tunnel. I may have to set this down and... Oof. I don't know. Ultimately, what I'm looking for here, guys, is I'm trying to plan ahead for the future, because I know, one, logging, we're doing great with that. That's absolutely fabulous. I'm super stoked by it. But, you know, I really want to look at that mine. I really want to get that thing. Obviously, Grandpa, he thought it was worth the time. He was going over there taking stuff. Now, one thing I'm not too sure about, this is just me sitting here thinking about it, since I have to go ahead and purchase that land. I wonder if Grandpa was doing something a little shady on the side, you know, going off and sneaking over there and taking stuff that wasn't necessarily his. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But, you know, ultimately, it's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world, one darn bit. And, you know, I think we're making darn good progress. I think we're moving forward. We're taking care of things. Now, I still am kind of interested about that ferry or tugboat or whatever you want to call it. Now, obviously, we got the shipyard. The shipyard was willing to go ahead and, I guess, set up shop, as I don't know what else you want to call it. They were opening up to us. They were allowing us to sell our goods and materials there. Now, I'm not sure what they all sell, to be 100% honest with you, but I'm thinking that they at least sell, or not sell, at least they'll buy some of our stuff. At least the main grains. I don't know about any of this extra fancy stuff that we're looking at with materials and whatnot, but I don't know. Oh, no, 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 no. Hang on to it, hang on to it. Oh, boy. Save it. Save it. Alright, well, let's go like this. Let's take the straps off. Well, I guess we at least got this here. Yeah, let's bring our truck up over here for now. Oof. That was not a good move. But yeah, like I said, this is one of those modular sort of things where you can go ahead and you can set that up and you can get a bunch of different things on the back. There's this, there was like a grain box. Huh. That's right, I forgot about this tree, the floating tree. I'm not too sure what I need to do with that. I even tried bringing the grinder over here, and that didn't work, so I'm not sure what's going on with that guy. But, you know, this guy does have the multi-setup, so I think he's going to be very useful for us in the long run. Maybe running over to town, picking things up, things like that. But I'm not. It doesn't have a log trailer attachment, so I mean, ultimately that part does kind of stink. Yeah, let's see if I can rock this thing. Actually, you know what? I tell you what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna go into town. I'm gonna get our trailer that we got up there, and I will come back because that trailer actually has all the materials that we need. It has the forks for the front loader, so we should be able to go ahead and use the front loader to help flip that tractor over. So I guess for the time being, just give me a couple more minutes. I know I'm popping back and forth. I seem like I'm a scatterbrain. Oh man, but I'm trying. I'm trying. Oh my goodness, I'm trying. Oh, bear with me, guys. Bear with me. This is starting to become a mess. Alright. We have our forks on the front of this guy. Let's see what we can do. I'm fairly confident that we just made a big mess of things, but, you know, hey. I could be wrong. I'm actually kind of hoping I'm wrong. Alright, let's back this thing up. It's kind of nice we don't have to call and ask for help. You know, we got ourselves... Oh, there we go. Let's keep going. I tell you what, this wheeled loader... I think Lieberman? The Liebherr. I'm a fan of this thing. Definitely a fan of this thing. It's proven its worth already, time and time again. So let's head back on up here. Let's see what we can do. Now these forks are part of the CSZ pack, so I'm actually going to go like this for a second. Bear with me. Okay, so they do have that on there. I did not know if they did that or not. Oops, sorry about that. I was not aware if these were the ones that did that or whatnot. But with that being said, you know, I definitely am pretty darn excited that we were able to find Grandpa's his secret bunker location. It kind of surprised me that it was that close to the house, but we actually found it way quicker than I thought, to be honest with you, too. I did not see that happen. I thought we were going to be out here searching for a long, long time. I guess it's one of those scenarios where it's sometimes just good to be lucky, you know? like that, being able to adjust the forklift width. Alright, go ahead, get in there. Perfect. Perfect. You know, having something like this front wheel loader, the Liebherr, it's super cool because, most of the time when you're doing things with tractors or whatnot, you usually need to put a ton of weight on these things just to get them to maneuver around and do what you need them to do. But because this thing is so darn heavy to begin with, oh shoot, that's just not something that you have to concern yourself with. Perfect. I'm gonna put those up there. Ultimately, I'm not sure where we're gonna go with those. I think in the future here, I mean, obviously we got a lot of things a lot of sticks in the fire, however you want to say it. We got a lot going on that we're trying. Oh no, that we're trying to accomplish here, and one of the things I think we're gonna end up having to do, obviously, other than kind of getting a house set up and things like that, we're gonna want to probably build another shed of some sort to store our bits and pieces. I mean, don't get me wrong. Oh, come on now. Just, no. Okay. Yep. That just happened. Oh man, yeah, I tell you what, like I was saying, we're gonna end up probably wanting to rebuild. Maybe we'll probably keep this barn here, but we may want to look at doing a little expanding. I mean, we still want to go ahead and build a house here for ourselves. We want to probably have to build a shed. I mean, there are things that can be done, lots of things that can be done here yet. And I'm looking forward to all of them. To be 100% honest with you, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm liking this. Just kind of goes off what I was saying before. There we go. I really like where the series is going. There we go. We'll shut that guy off. Come over here, grab our tractor, our flippy tractor, whatever you want to call it, and we'll go fill up the sprayer and spray the field. We'll probably go ahead and now I'm going to move away from our in-game character here for just 1 second. One thing that I like to do here when I'm spraying the fields, whether it's herbicide, fertilizer on the fields, one thing that I like to do first is I actually like to spray fertilizer on the field first. Because when you go ahead and spray fertilizer on the field, herbicide, blue is the fertilizer, okay. When you spray the fertilizer on the field first, it makes the field darker. And then when you go ahead and spray the herbicide on, that actually goes ahead and makes the field lighter. So if you were to do it the other way around, it's very hard to be able to see where everything actually needs to go. So we're going to go ahead and fertilize this field first before we go ahead and actually, oh my goodness. Okay. Let's see how this goes. We do have precision on yet. No, we don't want to deactivate. All right. Well, let's do this. Get a nice layer of fertilizer on. I'm missing some of the stuff, but that's okay. That is okay. Yep, just spray it right in the water. That's good. That's good. I'm sure all the wildlife folks are going to love that. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing to see here. Don't worry. Don't worry. But yeah, that's kind of what I was talking to you guys about before with the whole cost. Yeah, this system costs way more than if you were to go ahead and do the solid fertilizer. But when it comes to precision, I don't think it's that big of a deal. There's that initial, yeah, you know what, you gotta buy the stuff, you gotta get the system going and all that jazz, but it's really not too darn bad. Alright, turn that off for just 1 second. Come back on the field. I'm gonna bring the map up here because the map will show me. It looks like I did miss that section down here, so I'm gonna get that off. Yeah, I did miss this. Perfect. Ooh, shoot. Shoot. Now, we don't have... Oh my gosh, I got a lot of stumps down here. Yikes, I'll take care of that. There's a lot of things I gotta take care of. But when we were driving back, this is something I completely forgot to tell you guys. When I was driving back here, let's see if this works. No, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. Well, this is not what I wanted to have happen. I could have swore I've had those things offload or unload or reload. There we go. At least we're getting the right stuff now. Back into that container. I must have got the wrong sprayer set up. Maybe we'll look at fixing that at some point here. Let's unfold this guy and get ourselves going. But there we go. All right, and let's turn this on. Perfect. Now we'll be able to set it and forget it once this is all taken care of. And I think in the future what I'll end up doing is I think we'll end up going ahead and planting our fields and then spraying them. That way we don't have to worry about coming back here all that often. Obviously we'll want to make sure our fields are okay and everything like that, but I don't think there'll be a reason for us to come back here all the time. We'll be able to stay out and make money the way that we are able to make money right now. Now, ultimately, I think we'd really want to go ahead and kind of restore this farm to its former glory, and not just make our money off of doing forestry or mining, potentially mining, if we ever get around to that opportunity. But you know, I think it's going to be something that's going to make Grandpa pretty proud of us. I know I talked about that last time, but I think by taking the time and really developing this farm back and I don't know, just kind of making it back to its former glory. Okay. Yeah, because from what I remember, like I said, I think there were fields all the way up over there, kind of around the lake. Some of these trees have grown. Some of these trees are pretty tall, so I mean, obviously it wasn't there, but I think the fields all extended down through there. Now, we can't really do too much because we want to build our house. I don't know if we'll build our house right here or where we're going to build it, but I definitely want to go ahead and build more fields up and around this way to utilize whatever space it is we have. That means we're going to have to cut down more trees. It means we're going to have to cut down more trees. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. But at this point, guys, I'd like to tell you thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this so far. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. Like I said before, I'm very surprised on the response I've gotten from this. It actually kind of blows my mind a little bit. It's super, super cool. That's the best way to put it. And if you guys want to keep seeing these, make sure you go ahead and smash that like button, hit the subscribe. Oh my gosh. Go ahead. Ooh, since we're doing all this cutting down trees, share this with a lumberjack. Oh man, they're people too. Oh, I'm sure we all know a friendly lumberjack that would love to see what we got going on here and just point out how I'm doing all of this wrong. You know, it's gotta be. It's just gotta be. And make sure you turn the notification bell on. Just smash that too. I don't know if you gotta smash it necessarily, but go ahead and hit that notification bell. Turn it to all so you know when I'm gonna be on. Oh man. I tell you what. I tell you what. Grandpa was no dummy. I can see why he spent all this time up here. Thanks for stopping by.